applies it either to the universe or to others, and therefore it is A is to B as B is to C, a mean analogy. Right? In that formal teaching, it's goal-related. It's a strategy, goal-related. Communicates, instructs, it's public. Teacher guides, questions, tests are appropriate. The teacher therefore should be able to demonstrate what he sees or she sees, right? And therefore there must be an application of it. On the other hand, there's another class of learning that takes place, and they are sometimes beliefs that are communicated that are irreconcilable with the highest goals. These kinds of scenes, the authority persuades, demands, coerces, appears knowing, sincere, wise, and caring, and even love, may even appear beautiful. But insofar as it is not guide, questioned, tested, demonstrated, and applied, it lives on as a belief. When these beliefs are irreconcilable with one's goals, it is in fact a kind of strategy that is not goal-related, but failure-driven. The play of these two is what it is to be in the human domain. And let me do that one next time. That goes too much. Okay, thank you. Any questions? Have a cup of tea. We'll come back and ask questions. What do you say? I'm a little dry. I'll get my tea and we'll come back open to questions.
Okay, so what is the Dream Master's relationship to the future? What's it saying about our future? What's it saying about us?
No. Well, what did you do with the last answer before I offer another one? First one might work, depending upon what he does with it. Since that's the only one I have.
I didn't get it.
Well, in this case, would you agree that the Dream Master is giving her something, and it will only be, using the terms you suggested a moment ago, it will only be providential if what? Under what circumstances?
That she reflects on it,
that's right.
Sees it, studies it.
Okay, watch the next three steps. Dangerous, all right? Number one. Say then, if you reflect on these dreams and link them one to the other, then would you agree you then see there's a pattern that goes through them? Say the pattern is developmental, as a direction, intelligible, meaningful. By the way, when you go through this, does this help you understand how the dream was constructed? By understanding it, do you also understand its construction? Do you also see how it might be applied analogically to your present? Second question. Right. Say, is it likely then that in understanding the dream, you have to learn how the Dream Master constructs the dream?
Absolutely.
Third, does that mean you're learning how to think as the Dream Master thinks? And constructs and weaves whatever it is he weaves?
That's involves growth.
Then our way of growing is to become like the Dream Master.
Dream master.
That's right.
But what's so interesting about the dream, it is like a tapestry, and it takes those things like it are developed, and her life being at stake, and
yes.
The dream, it does develop. It just weaves all that. It's just really,
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. It really weaves
Right.
that idea.
Right. So, how did we do it? First, you just get the data, let the person reflect on the data, right? And by that, they'll often add things to it just by reflecting on them. Then you go to states of mind, do you not? Right, and let them then add to it, as she did. You'll look for key words that are curious, let the person amplify them. We got puny, remember, and how important that was, undeveloped. Remember how that worked out? Right. Then we got the states of mind and added to it. That added a certain kind of its ability to it, and he gave it a certain kind of vitality too. And when we did that, then we looked for connections between each dream, did we not? Let's take a look at the relationships between 1 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 3, did we not? Right. Did that help see the way it could be linked? Did we then choose what appeared to be the one where most of the difficulties, or where we could see it most clearly? Here's another one. Do you think you could go back and do everything in terms of the potato?
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
It's already contained.
In the potato.
In this
So even if you forgot the other 3 and only had this one,
The other 3 are the
with enough time, caution, you might be able to get the whole drama.
Right out of the super dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. Louder, please. Louder? I missed that.
Oh, she described the dream, she described it as gathering and harvesting potatoes.
Hmm.
So it's just very
Mm-hmm.
Gathering.
For what you were saying before about the dream, we were looking at the dream to see how the dream master constructs the dream, seeing how the dream master thinks.
Yeah, yeah,
And connecting that with the idea that the dream master is seeing what we don't see.
yeah.
In other words, right now.
Yes, right at this moment.
And so by doing this, we
Mhm.
are actually bringing ourselves to consciousness.
That's right.
And moving towards the
Most
dream
perfect way.
master.
Louder, please.
Moving towards the dream master, seeing in the way the dream master does. You're moving, in doing this, you're moving towards.
It's
Okay.
really moving
So-
towards being rational in the present.
That's right.
Yes, being with.
And a model for rationality, the dream master. So have we done it? Did we seek part to whole? Did we then look for the order? If we found a repeating order, then we look for the pattern. We saw the pattern. It's either static or dynamic. It's dynamic, growth, development, right? And then if there is a dynamic pattern, then there's a theme. Did we follow the themes through it all? Good, good. If there are themes, are they unified? Do they come together into a unity? If so, then we could say the whole is intelligible. And if so, then we know it's meaningful. Then we seek then how it's going to be to our benefit. Therefore, what I'm doing and what I'm showing you is the art of dream analysis is truly an art, since it's a way of approaching something that brings the benefit entirely for the subject and has that as its only goal.
What is this, when you say what is the pattern is static? I mean, it isn't in this dream. But
No. Well, there might be just like this is an order,
yes, but it's
right?
static.
It's repeating order, but it's static.
Doesn't develop.
Doesn't develop. Yeah,
And that does occur.
yeah. No. I've never, in all my years doing dreams,
So they
ever.
always are dynamic.
They're always dynamic.
See, because I'm looking to see
Yeah.
why you're asking this question. Then
Yeah.
is it static or dynamic?
Well, just logical.
Oh, okay.
Just logical categories. It's either, someone might ask, well, how do you
I
know
mean,
it's...
then could you say that if there's a pattern, then look for its dynamic?
Sure.
And, I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah.
may not
Yeah,
ultimately
yeah,
say that.
yeah, yeah. This is just logical. I would now take that out. So
Okay.
if pattern, then it's going to be dynamic. And if it is dynamic, then there's going to be a theme. That's true. That's true.
It's
Good.
kind of an irony. The dream master is more awake to our waking world, and that we're asleep to. And by reflecting, like we're doing on these dreams, then we can then be more awake in our waking world as the dream master is.
And go ahead to the other side. And when you are asleep, it is
Awake.
awake, bringing together your past and your present in order to bring about a certain kind of meaningful development for you that can benefit solely you. Right? And then you ponder it when you're awake in the morning. Say, what does this mean? This can't possibly mean anything. Maybe it does. Wait a minute.
It always.
Always does.
But it's,
Always does.
to add to what she said, that it's not only letting us be aware